Hi, everyone. Welcome to Spill the Tea Radio, where we interview awesome singer songwriters and those who influence their lives. Spill the Tea Radio explores the journey, creativity, and inspiration behind the songs. My next guest is a true storyteller. She uses her intimate yet powerful voice and her bold piano arrangements to capture vivid moments in time. She has been described as a standout voice in contemporary music and touching, engaging, and deeply beautiful. A remarkable example of how storytelling can shine through music. She is also an associate of the Royal Conservatory of Music in both piano and voice. So, let's spill the tea with Allyson Whitmell. Welcome, Allyson.
Thank you so much for having me, David. I appreciate it. It's so good to be back.
It's good to be back. It's good to have you back. You were last on the show October 19th, 2024.
Time flies.
And we talked about your song Subway, which was
Yeah.
a song about pondering the thoughts of others while taking a ride on the subway in Toronto. Now, but you're in Boston today.
I am
What,
in
what
Boston.
are you doing in Boston?
Yeah, well, I'm doing my master's right now at the University of Toronto in applied music and health, and we're studying neurologic music therapy, which is a type of music therapy that's based in neuroscience, and it can be used in a lot of contexts. But right now, I'm here in Boston observing neurologic music therapists that are working in neurorehabilitation. So I'm at Spalding Rehab Hospital and seeing how to use neurologic music therapy with people recovering from stroke, traumatic brain injury, spinal cord injury, and actually using music as the driving force of change. And so you can actually use aspects of music like rhythm, melody, to actually help people walk again and speak again. It can really get in the brain and actually rewire those pathways to help people regain their functions. So, really, really neat music meets neuroscience fields that I'm really enjoying doing and enjoying having this opportunity to do in Boston while I continue my music.
I think that's so cool. I spoke to another one or two um, people that are working in the field of using music to understand different brain functions or dysfunctions. One is a student that is she's studying the relationship between music and Alzheimer's, and I think it's just phenomenal how the brain, when it associates with music, we can understand so much more about it. What's the most interesting thing that you have found out in your study and in the observations that you've had in Boston with people that are dealing with brain injuries? What's the most interesting thing that you found?
Wow. There's so many. Oh my goodness. There's how do you even pin it down? I mean, I think I talk about maybe rhythmic auditory stimulation. It was the first neurologic music therapy technique, and to see it in action in these contexts have been amazing. And so, in rhythmic auditory stimulation, you actually use like a strong beat to drive someone's movement patterns. And so there's like a coupling of these sort of the system for hearing and the system for moving. And they kind of like mesh together to actually cue the brain to get those legs moving, almost at like a subconscious level. And so it's unbelievably incredible to have, some of these uh, patients, they've only walked maybe a tiny bit, but then all of a sudden you use this incredible technique and they're walking so much farther in a shorter amount of time. And then you like slowly make it a little faster, and the body just naturally follows that because it's like attached to it. And so the patient doesn't even realize, and now they're walking faster than they realized that they were. And just the joy when they realize that they're going faster and farther, and that it's music and that aspect of music and rhythm and the beat that's driving that has been really quite something to witness.
What got you interested in this?
Oh man, I've always loved the brain. I've just been fascinated by it. And when I learned about music in dementia and how music can just bring people out when they're struggling with dementia and give them those moments of remembrance, of remembering, their child that's right in front of them, and remembering that moment from when they got married because they heard, Can't Help Falling in Love with You by
Mm.
Elvis. Or like when I saw that back in high school, I was like, oh my goodness, what an incredible field, because I love music and I love science. And so I decided to delve into it further a little bit in my undergrad, and then decided to do my master's in it as well while I pursued my singer-songwriter career.
So let's get into the song Crack in My Window, the
Yeah.
latest song from Allyson Whitmell. Allyson, tell us, what is this song about and what was the inspiration to write it?
Yeah, definitely. Well, this song is about leaving a place that's really close to your heart and everything that comes with it, the nostalgia and the grief and the gratitude. And I wrote this back when I was leaving a place that was important to me, that had been my home for a while, and there was this window that didn't quite close all the way sometimes, and I was just sitting in January doing some songwriting and was just looking out my window, and I just thought, wow, like those little things, are really something that you often miss when you're leaving a place, or a relationship or a situation. There's so many things that we leave in life, so many things that change, and sometimes those little things that we really do miss. And so I wrote this song through the lens of a crack in my window.
Well, let's take a listen to singer-songwriter Allyson Whitmell and her song Crack in My Window.
January afternoon, city music coming through the crack in my window, staring at the concrete trees, put my hand out, catch the breeze through the crack in my window. Oh, I know I have to go, but this place, it has me tied to its soul. Leave it all behind, say a prayer, say goodbye. Oh, running on a dotted line, watch my step, look at the signs through the crack in my window. Light is falling and snow is blown, the rain had found another home through the crack in my window. Oh, the seasons came and went, but the girl who came is not who is left. Leave it all behind, say a prayer, say goodbye. Crack in my window, crack in my window, crack in my window, crack in my window. Golden hour, pavement shines, but all I see are fuzzy lines through the crack in my window. Paint a picture in my mind, every detail breathe and take my time.
That was Crack in My Window by Allyson Whitmell. Allyson, how do people find out more about you and your music? What's the website, socials, and the streaming platforms?
You can find me on all the socials, all the streaming platforms, and my website is the same name. So it's ALLYSONWHITM as in Mary, ELL. That's Allyson Whitmell, same name for all the platforms and streaming.
We have been in conversation with Allyson Whitmell. Allyson, thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much, David. I appreciate it.